I just think this is like so fun. This actually is a stranger listening to your phone, so you can have as much fun with it as possible. It's not insulting. It's cute. It's light. It's
There's
silly.
a lot of people listening right now that are done with fun.
Welcome back to another episode of Girls Gotta Eat.
Welcome back. Coming to you from Dewey Beach.
In bed together. It's so rare that we're this close to each other.
It's a king bed. Relax. We're far away. We're like cuddled up in bed.
What if one day we recorded an episode just under the
I've seen
sheets
people
together?
do that.
Well, yeah, we're recording from Dewey Beach, looking out the window at the ocean.
It's the bay.
We got
to fight about I don't want to relive this. This was not an actual fight.
It was like a real fight. Like, we didn't talk for a while. Like,
a while. Rayna, like 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Not like days.
Yeah, 20 minutes. So I was like, it's the ocean. You're like, it's the bay. And I was like, the ocean is the bay. And you're like, it's not. And then the Uber driver, we were in an Uber, jumped in and started antagonizing. And he was like, you said something like, why are you being so aggressive? And I was like, I'm not. And the Uber driver was like, you kind of are. And I was like, I cannot believe that you are taking her side on this. And then we're walking through the airport. I'm like, are you happy? Are you proud of yourself?
I was like, just chill about it. I was like, well, it's a bay.
Well, okay, so we put the fight to rest in the car with the Uber driver, and then we get out of the car, and you go, just to let you know, it's the bay. I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill her. We have these fights, and
I think we've been together for a long time. I mean, I think we don't have sisters, but I think it's like how sisters are sometimes.
This is how I think of it always. In the moment, I'm like, I'm gonna kill her. And then an hour later, I'm like, this is exactly how like real sisters fight.
It is. I mean, again, can't speak on it. I'm not trying to appropriate sister culture, but I think it's kind of like sometimes it happens like in a group and I think people are like, oh my God, they're about to fight. And then it's like over, done. It's like snip, snap.
I do think about every time I'm like, it's like a sister thing. When you hopped out of the car and you're like, it's a bay, I was like, I'm gonna kill her.
And I just grabbed my suitcase and ran in.
And then I gave that Uber driver 1 star. They were like, why? And I'm taking Ashley's side.
They're like, why? You're like, well, my friend and I got in a fight and he took her side. That's so funny.
He took an extra lap around the airport just so he could listen to us fight more. Okay. All right, we're going to thank some partners. Thanks to Base for supporting Girls Gotta Eat. Base lets you pack up your stuff and hit the road with high-quality, well-designed travel bags and accessories that won't break the bank. Right now, Base is offering you 15% off your first purchase by visiting basetravel.com/GGE. And thanks to HelloFresh for supporting Girls Gotta Eat. Go to HelloFresh.com/GGE16 and use the code GGE16 for 16 free meals across 7 boxes and 3 free gifts.
Yes, and thanks to Next Evo for supporting Girls Gotta Eat. Next Evo all-natural products are backed by more scientific studies than any other CBD brand. Try Next Evo Naturals capsules, gummies, mints, and topical creams, clinically proven to be better absorbed by your body. Get 25% off your first order of $40 or more at nextevo.com with promo code GGE. And big shout out today to Helix Sleep. Take their 2-minute sleep quiz and they'll match you to a mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. Find your perfect mattress and up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows at helixsleep.com/GGE. I wanted to make you guys wait for
Actually,
it.
had a stroke. I was like, is she gonna?
No, I was like, they're gonna put them on the cliffhanger. /GG.
We have a hot episode for you guys today with the Lord Jared Freid. But I just want to say, you guys were so excited about last week's episode about like not being treated like shit by fuckboys, putting your foot down. I hope a lot of you broke up with the fuckboys in your life.
Yeah, or just stop being upset about like a ghosting situation. It seemed to me like we were getting really incredible messages about thank you for reframing this. The messages I saw the most were like, this just happened to me. Mm-hmm. So I don't know that a lot of breaking up happened, but probably a lot of like, I don't need this in my life happened. But we did do an episode where we caused a lot of breakups. And we were glad to see it.
Yeah, we were thrilled to see it. We just want you guys to have a good life.
Yeah.
That's all. We want you to be treated well
and
have a great life. And so we want you to, live that life. All right, we're in Dewey Beach. We've been here for a couple days. It's our annual trip. We have some newbies on this trip this year.
We did. We brought Meryl. She's an OG. Well, she's a
1G.
1G. What is the word I'm looking for? She's a
repeat guest.
She's returning.
She's a returning guest. She's a series regular.
Okay.
She's a guest star.
And then we brought Jackie and Emily Fedner, who's their first time in Dewey. So we had this, we rented this great condo on the bay, and it's just been great. We've done all the things. Like truly, I had an itinerary, of course, loose, but we have adhered to it pretty much, and really have done everything. Like all the meals, we did the jam, we have been to the Starboard, we did brunch, we've done the beach, we have done the sunset.
We were at Starboard twice yesterday. Jackie was like, how many times do you come to this bar? And I was like, twice a day. That's what you do here. What do you mean? This is a crazy question.
I will say Starboard, the Friday night, was a girls got eaten great. And I just loved it because I will say that this is my home. So it's like the people here feel like home, and they all know my brother. And so it's just so nice. Like people are like, does this bother you? Does it annoy you? It very rarely is too much. It's if someone just isn't picking up that they should let us be, but it's rare. We take pictures, and I'm happy to do it. And it's just been everywhere we've been, and we've just met so many of you guys. So we love it. And thanks for coming and saying hi. And don't worry that you're like bothering us, unless you're bothering us, which case just feel a vibe. But it's really rare. For the most part, it's great.
It's just really such a pleasure to meet you guys, and we love when you come say hello, and you give us an hour and a half of your time every week.
Yeah.
So we're happy to take a photo and say hello.
100%. Yeah, I don't understand. I just don't. Like people ask a lot, like, does this annoy you? It's like, it would annoy me if I was in the middle of a deep conversation, or if I was sitting down at dinner, or was, but we get to do what we get to do because of you guys. So
Yeah.
oh yeah, I don't see a world in which it's like, don't bother me.
Yeah. Thanks for saying hi. Always. I'm beat up, man. I'm swollen. I'm bloated. I got mosquito bites.
I am so sore. I did a 20-minute HIIT Tabata class yesterday, like just in the gym here, and just did a lot of stuff I haven't done in a minute. 20 minutes that can fuck you up.
You're on a butt journey.
Well, I am. Am I announcing this?
Yeah. You announced your hydration journey.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You
Okay.
can
I
announce
am
your butt journey.
trying to work on my butt. It's not great. It
You
looks
guys have
fine.
tips?
Well, I'm going to work with Bobby. So I'm going to work with Bobby
Don't
Westside.
send her tips.
It's not that I'm doing much. I mean, I definitely have potential back there. Like it's gone through waves. I mean, when I used to do this class in Atlanta called Fast Twitch, I would do lower body on Monday if they still have it, and I had a great butt. I don't focus on it. So once I just really put some work into it, I think it's going to be great.
It's going to be over for all you bitches.
It's going to be over for you bitches. Bobby was like, you're going to be barely squeezing through doorways by Christmas.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. I like that we have a measurable goal.
Christmas?
Size and date.
Yeah. But I did do like some butt yesterday, and I'm like sore. My back hurts. I can't even breathe. Heavy.
Those HIIT workouts, they are really hard. You can work out every day, like on a bike, and if you do a HIIT workout for 16 minutes, it's rough on your body.
I know.
I got 2 more workouts before I get the breast reduction. I'm very excited. One tomorrow, one the next day. We're recording this on Monday, so a couple days before my breast reduction.
So I wanted to say something that I was reminded of. Okay. So it's Bachelor Monday. So I had mentioned Zach.
Yeah.
Who is on the show, and he's like doing well. Like they like are in love. And I forgot. We just said like we met him in Cancun, and like he DM'd me. I forgot how we met him and how he like opened the DM. A friend asked me, what did he DM you? Like if she heard the episode. I was like, oh, I forget. So I go back in to look. And so then it reminded me that we did Fuck, Marry, Kill with him. He came up when we did Fuck, Marry, Kill. He like pulled my hair and choked me. He did. And then he was the fuck. We said like fuck, marry, kill. And he was who we said fuck. He's super hot.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess Rachel's going to pick Mary. Which
Gabby has to kill by
Gabby's going to
default.
kill. Yeah. But when he opened the DM, he was like, hey, I don't think this is fine to say. He's like, hey, it's fuck from the pool. Remember? Yeah, like it all came back to me that like we have like, I mean, this is just something we've done at shows before. We'll bring guys up and do a little, whatever. Somebody's a little, we'll play, choke, whatever. And yeah, he was like sexy, and we were like definitely fuck. And then I did. Remember the one guy? It's all coming back to me. The guy I chose to marry. That Indian guy who was so hot. Yes. He was so sweet. It, like all came, that was a blur.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Were we drinking a lot during that show?
Not a lot. I mean, we just kind of leaned in. We were like drinking Don Julio, but I wasn't that we were drunk. I just was like a blur. And we've done so many shows since. I mean, I truly can't remember some of the things. They all kind of run together, but it reminded me, he opened in like a cute way. He wasn't like, hey, let's fuck. He was like, hey, it's fuck. Yeah. And so I was reminded. So I was like, I chose fuck, and Rachel, she might marry.
That is so funny.
Yeah. So that was my Bachelor update on Bachelor Monday.
We're talking about other ways to meet guys this week.
We're talking about the apps today. I'll get into it in the episode and telling Jared, running some stuff by Jared, but I am completely off of Hinge. I mean, that was the only one I had been using with Raya, and I'm only doing Raya. And I am having luck, like just as an update. I mean, there's this one guy that I just really, I don't know, I kind of like picked him. I was like, I just feel like that's a good match for me. Like, he lives in LA, he's age appropriate, he has a cool job. And so we've like been talking and like making plans to meet up when I'm there, which is, we're going to be there in a couple weeks. So I haven't met anyone. Taraya, to me, it does feel like people are a little bit more intentional, and it's people that travel a lot. So I don't even really gravitate towards the guys in New York. So like, I matched with this guy that happened to be in London when we were there, and it didn't work out. And I hate saying this because I'm embarrassed that I couldn't make it work, but he like invited me to Wimbledon. He was like, I have a ticket with your name on it.
We were fucked up that morning.
We had flown in on an overnight flight. I couldn't get there in time. I met this guy last night. I've met him before, but we matched on Raya. I'm not gonna tell the whole story, but we ended up hanging out last night in Dewey. So I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying my experience. That's so far so good. I have dates, hopefully, that I can report to you guys at some point when I'm actually in the same city as these guys. But that's the only one I'm doing, and I have no interest in the others. And I don't think that I'll re-download them again. I hadn't gone on a date from Hinge in years, probably. Like, I'm out. And I explained some things that happened that made me really just like pull the trigger on that. But clearly people are still on the apps. We don't want to hate on them. They're a way to meet people. People do have successful relationships from them. But like, the overall consensus, and we'll get into it, is that like it's not the preferred way to date, which makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's a means to an end, and I do believe in it. If you're going to complain about being single all the time, I think you should do something about it. Just like I wouldn't stay in a job or relationship I hated. I wouldn't stay in any situation I don't like without trying to address it. It's not my preferred method, but I talked about it in the episode a little bit, but I do have the luxury of being able to be a little more social than some people and travel and meet people. So it's not for me. I've gone on 2 app dates in my entire life. I'm probably never going to do it. But I met somebody the other night, and I just want to give a tip because you did this thing and it was so funny, and you guys feel free to steal this. This is hysterical.
Well, hold on, Rayna.
Okay.
Can we start from the beginning? I want to tell this story.
Ashley's better story.
No, I want us to tell it. I want you to start from like, this guy walked up. We're eating at a place, Lola Taverna in Soho, whatever. I see him checking at the hostess stand. We're eating outside, outside, best table in the restaurant. And he that I demanded to sit at.
Go to dinner with Ashley. You don't have to do anything.
You gotta get the best table. And he walked up to check in, and I was like, "That's Rayna's perfect man." Like, literally, I don't even. He's like a mix of every guy you've dated, but I found him attractive. He was so hot. I was like, Rayna, oh my God. I was like, I'm thinking to myself, what's even gonna happen when she looks over there?
He was tall, dark, bald, thick black beard, so hot, nice body, good height. He just, ooh.
Balenciaga shirt.
Yes, he looked like a bouncer, but he's wearing a Balenciaga t-shirt. So he looked like my type, but he could afford a Balenciaga t-shirt. So
it turns out it was a knockoff. He got it on Canal Street.
He got it from one of the performers at the venue he bounces.
And then he sat down, and you were like, what should I do to get his attention?
Yeah, we were with Rob, who of course like send them a bottle of wine, and we were like, okay, it's enough. It was 3 people. It was a lot of alcohol to send over 3 people.
But the server was like, well, what do you guys want to do? We had this like cute. He was a manager, I think. He just liked our table. We were talking about the sex toys and everything, and we had just eaten these cookies that are incredible. They have like no desserts there except these insane cookies. They're so moist. That's the word. And
I keep calling them wet, but they're moist.
I said, send him 1 cookie.
You guys, this is so funny. 1 cookie. We watched
on a plate.
We watched a manager walk over to this table of guys. They don't even have drinks yet, and they dropped off 1 cookie for that guy, and the guy was like, "Tell her to come over," and I could see them like laughing from across the room. It just was so funny. By the way, you know what I was thinking, because his 2 friends did not drink. It's not presumptuous that somebody drinks. Yeah. I know that most people drink, but like I like the idea that like it's not presumptuous if somebody drinks, and it's this like very funny like 1 cookie. It's not for everybody. It's clearly for 1 person. Yeah. It's not a dish they
thought about that. You didn't send over a plate of cookies.
No.
1 cookie. But here's the thing. His response, which he reported to the manager, it's like he could have been like, tell her thank you, and that's it. He doesn't want it. He's got a girlfriend, whatever reason. Or what he said was have her come over and share this cookie. So Rayna walked in. Rayna looked so cute. This is like your best look.
Yeah.
You like strutted over there. I was like, she gone.
She got
Like Rob and I were like, that's it.
It was a linen romper from Reformation. It was very cute, little puffy sleeves. And I sat there with all of his friends. It was so confident, I like blacked out. I don't remember any of their names. There's 3 of them. I don't remember any of their names. I just blacked out from the confidence. It's not really like me to saunter across a restaurant with a glass of wine.
You're pretty bold. Like, it's fun to watch, you guys. It's like a real treat when Rayna like does a thing and you just get to watch. Like, it's so fun to watch somebody do something like that. I was like, yes, that's like entertainment for me. I'm like, this is amazing. She's going over there.
That's so funny. Like, even if you're married, you can participate in this by making your friends do it.
Yeah.
It just was really fun. And he asked me if I wanted to go get a drink after that, but we were leaving and they just sat down. So I left. He asked me for my number and we exchanged text messages, and I'll let you guys know. But it was a really adorable, funny way to meet a guy at a restaurant.
It's nice. And it's all you're saying is you had already been probably eye fucking him. You
All
were
night.
like,
Nonstop.
I think you're before you sat down, like from the host at the hostess stand. It's like, I think you're attractive. I'm going to shoot my shot. And it's so easy for him to be like, tell her thank you so much. And then like, that's it. And you wouldn't have gone over there. You would have been like, okay, well, I tried.
It's actually like the in-between of meeting somebody at a bar and meeting somebody on a dating app, because it's like there's some anonymity. Like, you know, if you do it towards the end of the meal too, it's just like I can just get up and leave. It's like it never happened. It doesn't work out well.
The only thing I guess I don't want, if someone sends me over something, a guy, and thinks that means that I owe him my time, I don't. And so you don't have to do that either.
Yeah.
You know, but he obviously wanted some of your time. Guys, he's so hot.
He wanted my cookie.
He wanted your cookie. Did you say, what'd you say when you walked over? Did you say something about the cookie? Like something naughty?
He sliced it in half and asked me to share the cookie with him.
Did you do it?
Yeah, I did. And then the waiter
They put it on the bill. Just want to let you know.
Probably did. I hope they for our bill. We had to pay for his cookie.
I mean, I get it. Like, somebody had to pay for it, but it was funny because I like scanned the bill. You know me. I just got to see if it was a lot. So I was like, is this accurate? We did a lot. We did too much.
That would be so funny if you put it on their bill. He did like a baller move, which I thought was so sexy. The waiter came over, was like, what would you guys like to drink? And the guy looked at me and was like, what are you drinking? And I told him, and he was like, great, let's have that. And I was like, yes. So hot to me.
That is so sexy. Whatever she's having.
Let's do that. I was like, ooh.
Oh my gosh.
So anyways, feel free to steal Ash's cookie trick. It was very funny.
Okay. Couple things, just a couple quick things. No episode next week, you guys. We're taking the week off for Labor Day. So get it in now. And then big update. Vibes Only is on Android.
It's here, guys.
People have been begging for the Android version. We've told you why it's taken so long, and it is here. So get in there wherever you get Android apps. Google,
in the Android
Play?
store?
Android store. Sorry, I'm not trying to roast Android. Is it Google Play? It's something.
Sure.
Well, you guys know. We don't need to tell you.
Have Android.
You
Figure it
out. So yeah, get in there, enjoy the content. Of course, you can shop Vibes Only. The Rayna is sold out again. Get on the waiting list. We are getting more in. New stuff's coming. New app updates are coming. Great stories in there now. So many of you guys are getting on this and loving it and telling us your masturbation stories and what you're listening to and what you're liking and how you're getting off. And we're just loving it. So now Android users can get it on the fun.
Yes, get on it, get off, do all the things.
Yeah.
Enjoy, guys.
All right, guys. Well, we again have Jared coming in hot as always. We have such a good episode for you, but just going to take a very quick break. I am telling you guys about a new partner, Next Evo. So this is CBD and I love it. I take CBD every night. It really helps me sleep. And I'm going to tell you guys about what I've been taking. But just right off the bat, if you've ever wondered whether your CBD was working, that means it probably wasn't. So Next Evo Naturals developed this Smart Zorb technology, which is clinically proven to help your body absorb CBD 4 times better than regular CBD oil, because oil just doesn't mix with your water-based body. Oh my God. That's it? Oil, because oil and water doesn't mix. Okay. So it works faster too. So when you feel stress coming on, you won't waste time wondering, is it working? So again, they have this smart technology. It absorbs better, which we just love. And it's just not another CBD company. So their all natural products are backed by more scientific studies than any other CBD brand, developed by experienced consumer healthcare and pharmaceutical professionals, vegan, GMO free, gluten-free, THC-free capsules and gummies derived from 100% US grown hemp. So you're not going to like get high from it. You guys at this point, you know what CBD is, but I do the triple action CBD sleep. I love that. It's such an aggressive name. Triple action CBD
It
sleep.
doesn't really match with sleep. They're like, you're gonna murder this sleep.
I love it. But it's triple action. So it's like the hemp
funny.
extract, the CBD, and melatonin. So again, 4 times better CBD absorption. I do it right before bed. You're going to sleep better, wake up refreshed, perform at your best. I'm really a fan, and you guys can do the gummies as well. So they have some flavored gummies, the capsules, whatever form you prefer. You can shop by Daily Wellness, CBD for sleep, CBD for stress, CBD for focus, capsules, gummies, edibles, cream, and dissolvable powder. So we love it, and we have a discount for you. You can stop wondering if CBD is right for you. Try Next Evo Naturals capsules, gummies, mints, and topical creams. Clinically proven to be better absorbed by your body. Get 25% off your first order of $40 or more at nextevo.com with promo code GGE. So that is 25% off at nextevo.com. Promo code GGE. Love that they have mints. Maybe you're a little stressed for a date. Pop a CBD mint. Then you got fresh breath and you're more relaxed.
Perfect. Nailing it on the way to a date. And let's talk about being on the way to traveling somewhere. People always say it's the journey, not the destination. And they're right. Getting there effortlessly is what base luggage and bags were made for. There is nothing I love more than having functional, beautiful luggage on my way to get somewhere. And then I get there and I'm so happy. We love base pieces and we have an offer for you. Go to basetravel.com/GGE for 15% off your first purchase. I am loving this company. I found it. I love the functionality. I love the colors. Everything they make is really sleek. It's affordable. They have bags, luggage, and accessories. Everything is designed to help you travel really effortlessly while still being fashionable. So they've really thought of everything, which makes me and Ashley so happy. So they have 360-degree gliding wheels on the suitcases, a cushioned handle, built-in weight indicator. This is so key. Washable bags for your dirty clothes. And all the interior pockets are designed to keep you organized. There's so much that goes into this and staying organized. And I love that they thought of all of it. Their luggage comes in multiple sizes and colors. And then for shorter trips, the weekender bag, super functional, tons of places to store everything, including your shoes separately.
Someone just texted me the other day, a guy friend, I want to get a weekender, my wife, I want to get a weekender bag for her birthday. I was like, this is the bag. Send him the link, send him our link immediately. He purchased it immediately. Like, this is it. The shoe compartment, stop it.
Never thought of it before. Brilliant.
It's the best bag, but you guys just get on the website because there's so much. There's like diaper bags that are so cute, backpacks. There's the dog collection. Azul has a base leash. Everything you could want. We're so obsessed with, and we have the suitcases. Like, we're a base family.
We're a base family now. We travel a lot, so you can take our word for it because we've tried a lot of things, and organization and fashionability. That's not a word. We just want things to look really beautiful and be functional.
Function.
Fashionability. You guys should check it out. You are really going to love it, and we'll give you guys a discount. So right now, Base is offering our listeners 15% off your first purchase by visiting basetravel.com/GGE, and that is BEISTRAVEL.com/GGE.
Okay,
guys, I am so excited to intro our guest today. I'm going to try to do this without reading it from the paper. He is the host of the J Train podcast, Luxury Lounge, You Up, his TED Talk, Who Should Pay on a First Date, is out. He live streams The Bachelor every Monday night. He is the most recurringest guest in the history of Girls Get Eat podcasts. He showed up in jegging jorts today.
Love it.
Please welcome back to the show, Jared Freid.
Great to be here. Great to be here. Jorts and all.
Azul is right at your feet.
Azul knew exactly where to sit.
Because you said he smelled like a wet dog, and he was like, let me get right next to you.
Let me make sure he can't breathe the whole taping. Azul came in all happy from the salon.
You called him a she, so you misgendered him.
And then you said he smells bad.
It was a smell. There was a smell.
I don't think they dried him fully.
There's something off,
He wasn't even there an hour. Like, there's no way he's dry.
What if I walked into a room and somebody was like, that guy smells bad?
And then you called him a girl.
Someone stinks. Yeah.
No, I mean,
that woman smells.
Yeah.
That man just got done at the salon, you asshole. Yeah.
Jared, you do 300 things. I also forgot you're the Lord of the Board. Did I forget anything else?
Excuse me.
It's the Lord of the Board. And you're a New York City comedian. You're always on tour. I forget. Do you do anything else?
I have no other time.
I don't even know. We were talking about a date. I don't even know how you make the time.
I'm trying to work out my schedule in a better fashion to live a life.
Yeah.
But it's, I'm trying to pull back. There's less time for lording.
I don't think I've seen much lording.
I'm really,
He took himself on a romantic vacation to the south
But I
of
haven't
France.
seen judging.
Oh, are you?
Well,
you still
sometimes
trying to do that?
the boards have to come to me, and then I look at it and I go, "Is there something to talk about?
Yeah.
Is there something to lord over?
Do you feel like a slave to the boards? Like, are you kind of over it?
Well, I'm not over it. If there's something interesting to talk about, like I don't do points. I think the points are stupid. That's not my thing. I like to judge someone. Their literal character based. You're right. I like to judge them as a person based on the board they put out for their friends. Like you have your friend Emily.
Okay, I'm glad you brought this up.
Emily puts out a board and she put out tinned fish on the board. Nobody wants tinned fish. That was to tell the group. She wanted to tell a story. She wanted everyone to be impressed with her tinned fish knowledge. And so she put it on the board and she knew at a point, what's this? And she gets, Grandma traveled here from old Mother Russia. And everyone gets to go, oh my God, you love your grandma. So it's just the truth.
She was upset that she tagged you in a board the other day. She texted me about it. She put you in a board the other day and you just liked it.
That's the most insulting review of them all. When you have nothing to say.
No response? We always say no response is a response.
Indifference. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your board wasn't even worth talking about.
Your board wasn't even worth an insult.
Right.
Yeah.
It had no personality.
That is so funny that someone's like, roast me. And you're like, I got nothing.
Nothing.
That is the worst.
It's not
insult.
good. It's not memorable. I went to your party. I looked at it. I said, what else? What else you got? And the thing is, here's the reason I get so passionate about charcuterie boards is because that is the first thing. You go to a party. When you go to someone's house, they're going to put out food. You go, oh, I'm not eating lunch. There's going to be food at the party.
Right.
So you walk in famished. You walk in ready to go. And the first thing they put out is the charcuterie. And that is an insult. If it's about them and not about making you full, making you feel better, then they have done you a disservice. They're not your friend. It's about them. And that's what I like talking about with the boards. And again, I think Emily is very nice. I think her food stuff is great. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
But listen, when I saw the sardines, I'm like, sardines are like offensive. Like sardines, because you either love them or you hate them. There's
too much work. It's too much picking around the bones. But
not too much work. Bones? It's just that people like hate them.
Right.
But I hate polarizing them because of the little pin bones that I hate.
I didn't even know this.
Pin bones? Yeah, because you would never even go into one of those pins. Also, I've made everybody a charcuterie board. When Dewey died, I made Ashley a charcuterie board.
So I don't care if it's a narcissistic trait to prepare one. I want to walk in and have a charcuterie board anywhere I go.
Sure.
Like,
but I'm saying when you go to the board and you see something on there taking up space, it's a finite amount of space.
Yeah,
So they've chosen to fashion out. Literally, she's going, I like sardines, and let's see who's with me, and let's see who's against me. With a percentage, you get there's a pie chart, and she has taken a little slice and said, this slice, we're going to see who's with me and who's against me.
Well, I would say the Lord is back.
This is the thing.
We have resurrected him.
It takes very little to get me going on this. And that's the thing. So does the board lore go away? No, it just gets unearthed, right? You bring them out. And
I love that energy.
I went to the south of France and I became, I was judging things there. I go and judge everywhere.
It was 95 slides a day with you in the phone 2 inches from your face yelling about stuff. And I was along for every single slide.
Thank you. I want to pitch a TV show where I go to places that influencers have been to and told you how great they are. And I want to tell you the real story. Cause I'm in Cannes and I'm like, I'll have the radishes cause I'm a little hungry. And they bring out a bushel of radish. And I'm like, this is fucking insane. And then everyone's like, you got to put the salt on the radish. It's like, no, Kathy in Pennsylvania, you don't like radishes with a little bit of butter. You like Doritos. Because what I realize is cause I'm a straight dude going to the south of France and the response was the surprising part, because I have a female following. We share a following. We share a demographic.
We do.
And I was getting response from the women that follow us. And a lot of them, most of them, laughs, fun, awesome. But there was this kind of section of like I was the dad embarrassing them in front. Like I was like being too American. I was being too much. I was being, and I was like, and you could tell like I was ruining this romanticized version of Saint-Tropez that they had. And I'm going, these radishes are fucking crazy. This is not how someone eats food, so.
I love this show idea. There's one of my favorite Instagrams of like reality versus Instagram is in Bali. There's that swing.
Right.
And it's the most beautiful photo you've ever seen. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But if you spin the camera around, there's hundreds of people.
I love that. I love that. Like a friend did that in Greece where we were at the sunset in Mykonos, and like showing, you got to kind of put your camera above everyone's head to even look like you're there alone. And then I love when people actually show the reality.
Right.
And it's just like a mob scene. The line waiting to take a picture down the steps in Santorini. Like,
and there are things people, and you can tell people just want to be the person who told you the thing. So like they just want to and you can tell when they're like really, ooh, look at me. Like I'm giving, because you guys, when we travel the country, people give you suggestions, and you can always tell when the suggestion is about them looking like the person who gave you the suggestion rather than a good suggestion.
Yes.
So I'm in Nice, and every woman, go to Ez. You gotta go to Ez. You gotta go to Ez. It's a little town on top of a mountain, and it's time has forgotten Ez, and you're gonna love Ez. Ez was the Hillstone restaurant of Nice. If you live in New York, every woman in her late 20s, early 30s is gonna tell you, you know what's great? Hillstone. As if oh my God. Yeah, I've been to a Houston's. I know. Okay.
I know. That is the perfect explanation. I was trying to think, because in Positano, every person said you got to go to this place. It's the greatest thing you're ever going to see. It's so special. Everybody recommended the same 3 places.
Right.
Nothing else.
And it's this Hillstone thing where it's like, I am in the know. I get it. Every woman I love Hillstone. They have to let you know. Yeah. So this was Ez was the Hillstone of Nice. And I'm going, and I get to Ez, and I get there, you take a train. So I was like, I'll go. I'll see what these people are talking about. I get there, the train gets there, and there's a sign that's just an arrow that says Ez. It has sneakers. And I'm like, I guess I should wear sneakers. I climb this mountain. I was like, how do these Hillstone chicks do this? Like, I can't believe. I almost died. I was like, this is the hardest climb I've ever done.
What?
I got to the top. I'm like drenched in sweat. I'm like, I don't understand how these, like, what are they? It's a nice view, but I'm like, this is the middle of August. I am going to I'm dying. I didn't bring any water. I get to the top and I'm like, okay, I made it. And like all these women were like, you didn't take the bus?
Oh, no.
Oh, we took the bus to Ez. I'm like, I just did this. I just summited
to go to dinner.
Well, so the similar thing in Greece, we had a great trip. We did a lot of really amazing things. Everyone talks about this beach club, Namos.
Okay.
Rayna and I get there. We're like, what? I have never seen chairs closer together on the beach, a tourist trap of a place. It was, and like, listen, like it's still nice and compared to like, anything
at your desk,
anything in America. Right. Yes, thank you. But like, there were so many better places. Like, we couldn't believe it. I couldn't get over it. I couldn't believe that this is like the place that just everyone says, when we went to 3 other places that were a million times better.
Right.
And we were like, how is this?
Because it becomes a thing where it's like, I just want to be someone who says something.
Yeah.
Like, I want to have an opinion, and I want my opinion to be correct, because it is correct. They sent you to a beach club in Mykonos. They sent you to a beach club in Greece. Like, that's like, what's better than that? Like, I came back and I'm like, I went alone. I took an alone trip to the south of France, and I am sitting there and I was lonely. Like, I'm like single, and you do have this thought of like, I'm going to go to Europe and I'm going to have my eat, pray, love. Like, I'm going to go and I'll talk to some French women. I'll eat some radishes. I'll put some salt on it. I'll go to Ez. What I realized very quickly is like, it was tough for me because first of all, you're just there alone thinking. and you're thinking of your life and you're thinking of like, how did I end up here? I'm 37. How did I end up here alone? Like you start thinking of past relationships. You start thinking of like, where is the decisions you made for the job you wanted, the career, and you go, and then you start looking on Instagram and it's in the morning and everyone at home is sleeping. So it's like, there's no movement on Instagram. Like the water's still, and you start looking at past exes and you're like, what happened there? And you go looking at, and you do this and you go, and then, and then you're like, well, Jared, go to a bar, go meet someone. And then you realize Eat, Pray, Love isn't written about a straight man for a reason. Yeah. No one's looking to meet this mysterious American in his Boston Red Sox jersey across the bar. Like that, and then all these women were like, I went away and I met men. And it's like, yeah, men want to fuck women.
Like, you went to the most romantic place in the world. I mean, it's crazy. It's like me going to Positano by myself.
Right.
And I had I was on a boat and they're like, we're going to take you to this beautiful little fishing village. It's really remote. Not a lot of people go there. I'm like thrilled. I'm so excited to like discover this thing that no one's ever discovered. I jump off the boat. I'm all wet. I have this bathing suit on, these jean shorts and sneakers. I look wet and no makeup on, and they drive me up to this like little fishing village. Why am I sitting next to Emily Ratajkowski's ex-husband? Kendall Jenner was there the week before.
Really?
Everybody is dressed to the nines. There's like 10 hotel rooms there. They're all thousands of dollars a night, and I am by myself in this place. It was like the Tao of Positano in the middle of nowhere on this island.
And you start wondering, like, what am I going to do here? Like, how did I get here? Who am I going to speak to? I spoke to one woman.
I don't do it. That's why I don't do it.
You do just go away? You don't go
I don't like solo.
You can't do it. I wouldn't suggest it.
I have respect for people that do it, and I can do a day. I love a solo. Like I was in Portugal. I did a day alone. I can enjoy it. I can read on the beach, and I can have a nice breakfast alone, but I don't want to go to dinner alone, and I don't want to take a trip alone.
You show up to dinner and they go, table for two, and you go, it's just one. They're like, what? Like they get awkward.
In Nice, yeah.
Right? I spoke to one woman while I was there. I was in Saint-Tropez, and I go, and I'm like, Jared, you got to speak to one woman. You got to speak to a woman. And it was these three women that are across the pool, and I look at them, I go, and they're chit-chatting, and I go, where are you guys from? Like I'm like the most American ever. I go, where are you guys from? And in perfect English, she goes, we don't speak English.
No.
Jared.
If I could say I don't speak French in perfect French, that's enough for me to try and fuck. Like that's like right, like that's like like the idea that like we don't. She literally, and I go, what? She goes, we don't speak English. She's like, okay, she understood what.
That is the.
It was hilarious. I enjoyed myself for like I got to reflect. I got to think. You have moments where you're like, and we're going to talk about dating. Like you go, why didn't I go through with life? Why did I take a stop at certain places with certain people? Why did I? Do I want to be on dating apps? Do I want to be, what am I looking for? It is a nice way to escape that, but I could have done this trip in Boca. Like I could have gone to Boca.
Well, there's better places to go alone.
Well, you're right. Especially, but like I said to the person, I was like, I want to go to the beach and I don't want that museum shit is like what I said.
Okay.
And I go, and like, I told that to a friend. They're like, you could have gone to Daytona. Like what the fuck? I don't want that museum shit. Like what's wrong with you?
I know what you mean though. You don't want to like
life lesson learned. Okay. Let's talk about dating.
Let's talk about it.
Okay. So this is a perfect segue.
Yes.
So you are a dating expert?
Let's not do that. Let's not. I have an opinion on dating.
Great.
I am the center
You're
part
the average guy.
I'm an average dude. I'm the center part of the bell curve. I have been through these things, and I am in a position where on a podcast, I can be completely honest of how I felt. And in the way I'm being vulnerable right now, telling you a story about a woman who clearly didn't want to fuck me in France, I will be the same way with dating stuff. And that's kind of what I do. And I'm open, and I try to do it in an edible way. I don't think a lot of people's boyfriends can say the things in the ways that I can say them. I think I'm pretty good at translating these things and talking about them and in a way that's not negative or dismissive of someone else's feelings. So and I've been talking about this stuff for over a decade, so I've been,
more than qualified.
You do a great job giving quote unquote tough love without sounding like a total condescending dick. Like you seem like you do care. Like that's why you take the time to go through your DMs and answer people's questions. So 10 years of dating apps.
Yeah.
This is this month. Tinder was the original. So we've been doing this for 10 years.
Right,
like we've been
right.
doing this for a decade. Like
Of swiping apps, by the way.
Of swiping.
Websites
Sorry, not like Match.com.
Match.com and OkCupid, which I was certainly a part of. In September, 10 years of swiping apps.
So 10 years of swiping. And just, we wanted to hear your brief overview of like, do you remember getting on Tinder? Like, what's your journey been?
I remember it coming out, and it's a solution to a problem. I can know if someone. Here's how guys think of it.
Okay.
I know right away if someone wants to fuck me. Okay, and I know that sounds icky. I know that sounds, but that is how people are thinking. If we're all same age, hot or not. That was a website. That was a website, and that was invented by nerdy dudes. And we have to remember, these apps were invented by nerds.
Yep.
People with low personality. Like, if you're a social person, you don't invent a dating app.
Yeah.
They weren't invented for people like us. We can go to a room, talk to people, make a new friend, find out what someone does for a living. That, you can get, these were invented by the Zuckerbergs, the people that didn't go out, the people that didn't want to feel failure. And you're like, and me as a guy who can talk to people, I'm like, wow, look at this. This is a tool. I can find out if someone thinks I'm hot enough to approach, that means there is less chance of failure. And when you see that, you go, awesome. Let's do it. Holy crap. Have you heard of this? You can find out if women, and again, when a guy gets a match, it's not, they want to date me. It's, oh, they want to fuck me. And I'm not saying that's true, but that's the thing a guy is thinking when he gets a match. So you're thinking this is a solution to my problem. My problem is I go up to women and I say, hey, where are you from? And they go, I don't speak English.
Yep.
That hurts.
Yes.
Right? So this is a solution. And men are told, let's be honest, men are told, make the move, be a man, ask her out, take her to dinner. So this is you're now a solution to the pain you feel when you have to do these things. So there was excitement, I remember, with Tinder when it came out. I remember people were like, wow, it finally.
And you felt so shallow at first. Like you were like, what am I doing? I'm just like, ew, hot, not. Like I was liking it, but I remember my first time swiping on Tinder, I was like, this feels wrong or something. Like it feels weird.
I agree with you, but that's the other thing. To men, didn't feel wrong at all.
Right. Okay. Sure.
Because you go, this is what I do at a bar.
Well, we're just going to take a very quick break and we will get right back into it with Jared. I am telling you guys about Helix. Listen, you're going to meet someone on the apps or in the wild, bring them back home, show them what you're working with on your Helix mattress. So we love it so much. And this is the mattress I sleep on every night. I have been having better sleep than ever. And we are just such fans. We're really going to change your life, change your sleep, get better sleep, have the bed of your dreams. Just go to helixsleep.com/GGE, take their 2-minute sleep quiz, and they'll match you to a customized mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. They have soft, medium, and firm mattresses that are great for cooling you down if you sleep hot, and there are Helix Plus mattresses for plus size folks. We can endorse those. My brother and his wife have one. And I have the Helix Moonlight Luxe, which I do like a softer mattress. It is truly like sleeping on a cloud. I loved it so much that when I was at my parents' for the quarantine, I had one sent there. So even now when I go to my parents, I can always sleep on my Helix. Working on getting them sent to my brother's house. I just never want to be without it. Anywhere that I'm spending time needs to have the bed that I need, the mattress that I need. So you just take the quiz, you order the mattress that you're matched to, and it comes right to your door, shipped for free, which is incredible. You don't ever need to go to a mattress store again. They are so awesome. They've won all these awards. #1 best overall mattress pick of 2020 by GQ and Wired Magazine. There's a 10-year warranty, and you can try it out for 100 nights, risk-free. That's how confident they are that you guys are going to love it. So we love everything about it. The specialized cooling technology. I am a hot sleeper, so I'm obsessed with that. And if you are sleeping with somebody, which, I would never do every night, but live your truth, you can just take the sleep quiz with your partner, and Helix will match you to a mattress that works for both of you.
What do you think Azul would ask for?
Azul loves the Helix.
The couch is like firm, so I feel like he likes a firm. He is out.
I know. Big day at the groomer. I don't know. I think he likes the soft. I'm trying to think. Now I'm thinking of like every time. We'll have him take the quiz.
Yeah, have him take the quiz.
Keep up the quiz for Azul. So you guys can get a discount. Helix is, and pillows. Love the pillows. Obsessed with the pillows. There are no better pillows. So Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/GGE. So that is helixsleep.com/GGE for up to $200 off your mattress and 2 free pillows. Trust us on those. They're incredible.
And speaking of something that is so perfect for a date, HelloFresh. You can cook this for your friends. You can cook it for a date. Anytime you people ever cook it for your parents, impress them. We have so much fun cooking with HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. You can go to hellofresh.com/GGE16 and use the code GGE16 for 16 free meals across 7 boxes and 3 free gifts. So you guys are busy. If you want to make weeknights a little bit easier, get HelloFresh. Foolproof, step-by-step recipes. There's photos. Everything's pre-portioned. Skip the grocery store. Everything's curated. There's breakfast, lunch, snacks, desserts, more. They have stuff for quick and easy. If you want to do a 20-minute meal, stuff that's good for kids, low prep, tons of options out there. If you guys are heading out for vacation, we're all on vacation this summer, you can update your delivery address in the HelloFresh app and send it directly to your vacation destination or pause it if you need to. And they have more variety than ever. So there's tons of stuff you can customize. You can swap out one protein and one side for another, upgrade for more luxe experience. Right now, I'm really loving the HelloFresh cookout collection. So they have great stuff that's good for the outdoors, like the melty Monterey Jack burgers. And then for the indoors or the outdoors, whatever you want to do, they have zucchini and mushroom bibimbap bowls, chili bang bang chicken.
You didn't say that right.
Huh? Baby map.
You didn't say baby map.
Baby
right?
map. I might have even written it. Baby map. 1 pan cheese beef tortilla melts. I mean, honestly, nothing I've ever cooked from here didn't hit hard. So tacos, burgers, pastas, so much variety. I've really enjoyed everything I've ever made from HelloFresh, and I think you guys will too. We'll give you a discount. Go to hellofresh.com/GGE16 and use the code GGE16 for 16 free meals across 7 boxes and 3 free gifts.
Okay.
Here's a question you guys probably get a lot. I get it all the time. I've been on 4 dates with him. I'm not sure if I'm into him or not. I'm not sure if I'm attracted.
Actually, I will say I don't get that question a lot. You seem to get that question quite a bit.
4 is a lot.
Yeah, 4.
It's a lot. For me, I wouldn't be on one date with someone I wasn't attracted to.
I would attract
leave the date.
I wouldn't be. No, I wouldn't. My penis wouldn't let me go. My penis is a very strict dictator.
I think there's a thing that women like that makes you want to fuck somebody. So it's like the reason why that probably happened is because this guy's probably like decent looking, has a good job, good on paper, and so she wants to make it work. She wants to want to fuck him, but it's 4 dates in and he's paid for these dinners and she's like, can I just feel a tingle in my vagina?
Totally agree. And I'm saying men don't go on the date unless they have a tingle in their penis.
If the penis doesn't get up, they don't go on a second date. Women, you never hear a man say that a woman grew on him.
It's all women
say
that
if he
man.
did, she would be fucking angry.
It's never happened.
But it happens to women all the time.
I went on the date for her personality. Then I got attracted. See how many marriages are doing well.
Yeah. My last relationship, Ashley kept being like, just see what you think about it. And I kept being like, I don't know, maybe.
It happens all the time. My ex that we dated for years, we were super in love. The first date I was like, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Yep.
I used to date a girl. She would say the same. At first, I wasn't into him. I'm like, I have no relation to this whatsoever.
Never happened.
It never happens. But but again, these apps were invented by nerdy men.
Topic, yeah.
These apps are created for and by men. Like and I'm not saying that as like a win-loss thing. I'm just saying like the idea of here's their face, hot or not, date or not date, is built for a man's sensibility. The idea of like, well, you said good on paper. Like, what? For a first date? You know? Like,
right. Like a man can't comprehend that.
We get to good on paper at like, should we get engaged?
Yeah, like does your mom approve?
Right.
That's it.
Right.
That's the man's good on paper, especially your mom. Yeah.
Oh yeah, my mom, she's hyper involved.
So what's your status now? Are you on them still? Like, have you ever had a relationship from one? Like,
I've gotten many relationships from them.
Okay.
I've been on many dates from them. I've been here for the whole evolution of the swiping apps. I think, to me, I'm not paid by this company currently. I've been paid in the past, but Hinge, I think a liking app is better for a brain than a swiping app. I think brain-wise, I think about it like, the idea of moving to right or left isn't really great. I think it's better to like. I think
feels more intentional.
intentional. Also, the prompts, like I think the prompts are the solution to a lot of people's problems. People don't take them seriously enough. If someone responds to your prompt, that is a more thoughtful, they're trying, as sad as that, the bar is very low. That's pretty sad.
I'll take that over like, hey, how's your day? And anybody, that sandwich looks good, still better to me.
Right. Like, look, they've noted, because all of our profiles are now our own art projects. You are putting together your pictures, you've put together your answers. And when someone responds to your specific project that's on the fridge, you go, oh, okay, cool.
So I'm glad that you brought that up, because there's this New York mag that was last month at this point that did a whole expose about the 10 years of swiping. And the author of the article wrote it so perfectly that I wrote down the quote. She said, it's like a laboratory, both scientist and experiment. I was learning which parts of my personality worked on another person. So we're like constantly experimenting on like, how can I like game the system, get somebody to
Oh my God. You know how many, we give dating app profile makeovers at our live shows, and I always see these answers that I call millennial Mad Libs, because they're just using lines that have been pre-approved by all millennials, like, that you've just seen it 1,000 times, and that language has evolved over time. They're right. What they're saying is like, I'm saying things that I know will cause a reaction, like pineapple on pizza, like yes or no, like these things that you're like. And now, and I think 10 years later, a decade later, like what I've noticed is we've done the turns on the roller coaster. We're rolling our eyes. Like, I'm off the apps now. I've deleted them. I take breaks from them, and it's all me issues. It's not the people on them. The people on them are just there to go find me people. Like, what's more nice than that?
But like, and I'll tell you what put me off of them, what made me delete.
Yeah.
The thing one time that I told you this when we were in Denver, like, sometimes it's just, it is a bad interaction that when that girl was just like, I only swiped on you so I could tell my friends I matched with you.
Right, yeah.
I'm not going to go out with you. You'll be mean to me. Like, and that was when you're like, this is why I'm deleting Hinge today. Like, that was a shitty thing. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like, it makes you be like, fuck this whole thing.
Well, that's the thing, is what we have to acknowledge is that we're all human, and we are not equipped for the numbers. You just more. Just remember that with any dating app, your parents would go to a bar, meet 3 people at a max. You're meeting 3 on a daily basis sometimes, and you're going, so that's more excitement, that's also more disappointment, that's also more shitty interactions. And then we get mad at ourselves because we're like, everyone here sucks. It's like, no, you hit a bad run. Like, you just met more people today. If you went and talked to 10 people outside, you're gonna have
the same thing.
Same thing. So I think we're hard on ourselves on the apps. Like, I think, genuinely, like, I go on these, and you go, like, that woman wrote to me. Basically, we matched, and then I wrote to her, and then she didn't answer back. And like, the beauty of apps is you never feel disappointment. They go away, and they move down the list. And then she wrote to me like a month later, like, hey, sorry for not getting back. Just wanted to tell my friends that I matched with you.
Oh,
and
this was a month in between. Wow.
Right.
Okay.
And I was like, what the fuck? Like,
I was like, you didn't need to send that.
Right. You didn't need to
remind me you're here. You're already in the hidden matches.
Right. You're gone.
Why are you back up at the top?
To let me know.
Yeah.
That you didn't want to fuck me.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, and I use the word fuck, because I think a lot of people leave, and especially the women that I, interact with, they forget sex is a part of this. And you have to like keep that in mind. Like, these aren't, just because they're called dating apps doesn't mean everyone's on there to date. Some people are on there to just have something to do in the toilet.
Right.
Some people are on there to get to forget about their breakup. Some people are on there just to put a toe in the water. And we put it on ourselves. You go, why isn't anyone going on a date? Why do they keep talking to me and never make a plan? Why, why? And you go, yeah, because everyone's going through their own shit.
Yeah.
And it's harder now than it was a decade ago to move off the couch because you've had bad experiences. So you're sitting there going, was the conversation good enough? Do I like their pictures? We're all the Google generation. We look up the people. We look up the restaurant before we go.
Yeah.
We Google map the walk to make sure there's no extra steps. And I do that with people.
The biggest indication to me that we are like too hard on ourselves on these apps is one of the number one questions that I'm sure we get is, how do I get somebody to stop pen paling me on an app?
Right.
You're overthinking this. People are just here to have fun, go have a drink, stop pen paling, just say, hey, we're on a dating app, let's go on a date.
Right. Or
you free Tuesday?
Yeah, like, here's my number. This has been fun.
Yeah.
The best thing you can ever do on an app, positive and give them the tools while being positive. Give them the tools to build the house. You want to go. So what do I want? I want a date. I want drinks. I want them to make a plan. Hey, this was so much fun. Here's my number. Make a plan. I'm down.
Yeah.
Make a plan. I'm down. You've just told them everything that you made it incredibly easier. Some people are like, well, I don't make the plan. If that turns you off, then don't do that.
Right.
You know, then stop talking to the person that keeps talking to you. You're turned off. Goodbye.
For sure. And I mean, I think you figure out quick too, if someone just wanted a dopamine hit on a Sunday night,
sure.
You know, like they never talked to you again. Like they kind of came in hot and now they've disappeared. Forget about them.
You know how many people I've talked to and just been like, it's time to move on.
Yeah.
It just goes down the page.
You wanted something to do.
These are all normal. Yeah. I like to feel good too. We all want to feel like some connection.
And we're all busy. I don't know you. You're a stranger that lives in my phone. I have a family, I have friends, I have a business, I have hobbies. It's hot outside. I want to stay inside. I mean, there's so many reasons why I stopped talking to you. I mean, not that I ever go on dating apps, but you get it.
But then you have friends that are in relationships that go, just go. Just go. When you don't use the apps, you're accused of not trying. And it's like, that gets annoying. That gets frustrating because you're like, well, I'm not going to just, I like my life. You know, I enjoy my solitude.
Yeah.
You have to be better than me and my phone.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people are.
Yeah.
That's okay. Not a lot of people are better than me at the phone, me at the bar with my phone. Ooh,
I love it.
Oh my God. Martini.
I love to be around people, but on my phone.
Right. I want to hear the chatter.
Called? Parallel or Mike Johnson called it. I like to be with people, but doing my own thing. Not all the time. I love to talk, but sometimes
Ashley will do a Wordle at lunch when we're together.
Yeah, sometimes I just want to be, I want a friend by me, but I want to be on my Wordle.
That's two best friends are two people scrolling, just hanging to the sounds of each other's breath. Right? Just here.
Each with a drink. I'm having like alone time and friend time. Like,
and the thing is, we're all looking for that, like in a relationship. We're all looking to meet someone. Like the worst part about dating is the month that gets you to, oh, we can just shut up now? Like, when do you just become a hand that scratches my head?
Yes.
Right? Like, I need to get to that point.
Wait, I'm so glad you brought up this thing that, like, people just give dating advice, like, from their own perspective. And, like, that thing where people that are in relationships tell single people, like, just go on the date. It's like, you know how hard it is for me to put on an outfit, pick a place, go there, and, like, drum up conversation with a stranger for 2 hours?
Right? Active listening? Get out of here. So I play this. So I've invented this game because right now the world, like, we play red flag deal breaker. People are like, this one thing happened, but that's not how dates work. And then you get accused of being picky because you're like, they're short. So like, if someone says, well, you should go, who cares if they're short? Okay, fine. I've invented a new game to decide whether you go on dates or not. Okay, this is how I do it.
Oh my God.
I'll present a quality. You give a number to that quality because everyone has different numbers.
What, 1 to 10?
I can't wait.
1 to 10 plus or minus.
Okay.
So if we get above 10, you go on the date. If we don't, goodbye. They're a nice person, but not for me.
Okay.
So, okay. Bald.
10, 12. 100.
I knew.
Can I go?
I knew what I was dealing with. I should have just said, looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes.
Rayna's like, I'll marry him.
If he looks like a bouncer and if he lives in Tampa, Rayna's down.
Last night I met one that looked like a bouncer that lived in Miami. And that was the last time I talked to Ashley and Rob for the rest of the night.
I saw him first and I was like, that's Rayna's type. Like, that's the best thing about our friendship.
It's so funny that I know both of your types.
Yeah.
Okay, so bald.
12.
Plus 12. Okay, so that's a plus 12.
Not balding.
And where are you?
Bald.
Completely bald.
I'm confused on the scoring.
So like 1 to 10, like how much do you like that?
Do you
quality?
like it? Just give a number.
To me, it's 5.
5.
Okay.
Plus 5. There you go.
Because I like go either way.
Live with his parents.
0. -6.
-6. Now you're down to 6.
But also I'm in my
now you're at 5.
No, you're not.
You guys were not critical math students.
Like, how much do you like it on a scale of 1 to 10? If you meet a guy who's like, I live with my parents, how excited are you?
0.
Okay,
I'll be -2.
I'm a negative.
If you were gonna
6.
give a score to it. If you were gonna give a score to it.
Oh, okay.
So lives with his parents.
I figure this out.
Yeah, but I'm not 22. Like, if somebody lived with their parents at 22, I'd be like, 4.
Here's the thing.
How much do you like it? 0 is not
I hate
at
it.
all.
You hate it.
Yeah.
But is it a -5? Would you be like, take 5 points off
take
that
5
person?
away.
So that's it.
So now I'm at a 0.
Now you're at a 0.
Bella, are you writing to the math?
So, but I'm saying, do we understand how this works? Because you go,
Okay, Bella, I was a 12 and a -6.
So if you
-6.
get to a 10, then you're going out. Got it.
Okay, family has a private plane.
20.
There you go.
Okay, it's not like that. I'll give a plus 10.
Yeah, I'll give it 10, actually.
Plus 10? Okay.
Plus 10.
Good at head tickles.
Don't care.
She
0,
actually,
so 0, neutral.
You actually don't like it. You're not
please
neutral.
stop.
You don't like it.
But I'm saying,
good at head
because what
tickles.
happens is when someone tries to fix you up, they go, oh, you got to meet my friend. They're awesome. And in 2022, we go, well, give me the stats. Give me the picture.
Send me the Instagram.
The baseball card.
Yeah. Give me the baseball card. Exactly. Like, tell me about this person. Because this gets you out of your friends accusing you of being lazy dater, of being too much, of being picky. Because that's the thing we all get accused of. And then you start being hard on yourself. So if you gave me these stats on a woman, you know, dark hair, big ass, hates her family, I'd be like, okay, we're at like a 7.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'd be like, I don't know, like, doesn't get along with, you know, her brother. I'd be like, okay, that's a thing to know. Like, has no job. Okay, -5. Like,
Right.
you go, okay. And then your friends.
And show me the picture.
But that's the thing, because you ask for a picture from your friends. If they don't show you a picture right away, they become the most annoying people in the entire world. They start making it about your looks. My parents were like, you got to meet this woman. I go, well, let me see what she looks like. She goes, she's better looking than you. I was like, what are you fucking talking about?
What?
Why is this about me? I'm allowed to have a type. I'm allowed to have a type.
That's insane.
Oh, it was crazy. It was crazy. My mom was like, here's a picture. I go, this is from Facebook 17 years
She's
ago.
better looking than you.
She's better looking than you.
trust me.
Just go.
That's what people probably think about me. They just don't tell me to my face.
We did this whole thing because a guy friend of mine was like really actively trying to set me up with somebody. He's just great. He really thinks I'm great. And we were trying to figure out, and he just wasn't. He showed me a picture of a guy. I was like, absolutely not. And then the next guy was like, okay, now that let's go from here. Like, it was just kind of, he didn't know.
But that's the thing. When we can be thoughtful for ourselves, then you don't want someone to be less thoughtful for you than you were for yourself.
Yeah.
And what people do is they go, you're single, just go out with them. You want love, you're a loser, you need someone, you keep complaining. And it's like, I'm not complaining. I'm just letting you know my stories are just more interesting than yours. That's why you keep asking.
Yes. And just because single is not the bar. If single was the bar, then we would be on a date every night with someone from an app.
Right.
Like, that's not, the thing is that there's no single people out there. So that's such an insult to be like, you're single, they're single. It's just like, ugh.
You're Jewish, they're Jewish, you guys will have sex.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. You know, you're alone, they're alone. Stop being
unless
lonely and
it's
shut
you're
the fuck
rich
up.
and tall and they're rich and tall.
Right, that's the only one that I'm okay with. Right. They have a private plane. You don't have a private plane. I'd be like, okay.
I would go on
their
the
diamond status.
Right.
Their diamond status.
You got that. These are things. But you know what it is when they say your diamond status? You've thought of me.
Yes,
You actually, because you go, oh, I know Jared loves Delta. He loves diamond status. He loves diamond status. That is a thoughtful fix-up to me.
Are you triggered right now? 2 diamonds.
I checked mine this morning and I am like
Still not there?
I checked
what, you flew last night.
I
thought
right.
maybe what happened overnight.
I used to, there was a point where Delta app entered into my Tinder, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, like rotation. Like I was like checking it.
Should Delta start an app? There should be an app component where
like Soho House
connect with other diamonds.
Yeah.
This has been brought to my attention that you can swipe on diamonds, swipe on levels, or you can swipe on any Delta person, but you would see their level. Just
What,
so
like we should invent
Like
this?
I couldn't match with the gold. Come on.
Oh my God.
Just get out of my face.
Okay, I like that question for a first date though. How do you like to travel? If somebody's like, well, first I go through the Sky Priority Line, and then I go through Clear, and then I go to the Delta Sky Lounge.
Hold on, whisper it.
And then I go to the buffet at LaGuardia at the Delta Lounge.
We
I
should
get
do a story like this for the Vibes app.
And then I skip the whole line.
Oh, yes.
I Sky Priority board into first class.
Then I board
laugh
first
at the
because I need extra time.
And then I laugh at the passengers as they come onto the plane to the back of the plane.
Oh my God! Tell me you bored with the military service people.
One day I was so hungover and I was standing there and I was like, I think I need extra time. Like I was like, Rayna, do you think I can go?
Those are my favorite people, the people that are old, that aren't old enough for extra time. And you go, look at that. They didn't give a shit about what they looked like. They were like, fuck it, I'm old.
Okay. Should we do the stats with Jared?
So Ashley and I put some polls on our Instagram, and I will say you might find this interesting. The caveat is that our audience is mostly female, so a lot of this is answered by women, which I think is also just interesting to note.
But thousands. I mean, how many?
It was thousands. So New York Mag did this; they only had 1,200 people answer, and you and I had thousands of people.
I bet I saw like 8,000 to 10,000 people answered.
So even in the first 5 minutes, as I was walking down the street, I had almost 1,000 people in the first slide.
Yeah.
So,
listen, well, this ahead of everything, when it's all, women have interest in this subject.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's something.
Loved answering
but this is something when women write into the podcast and are upset about dating apps, you're upset about something that the other side doesn't really care that much about.
Well,
and
okay,
that's something
so
they
why,
have to keep in mind.
So why did you delete? Like what was the last catalyst for being like, are you thinking you're done for good or you're just like taking a break?
It was taking up time and I wasn't taking it seriously.
Okay.
I was talking with people with no motivation. It was going to take me so much to go on a date that I was like, this isn't even, and I was getting mad at myself. Again, I'm not saying I'm a hero. I'm doing this for me. When the beauty of being single is that you don't only care about you.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there talking to nice people and then going, ugh,
yep,
I got to go on the date, because here's the one thing every guy knows. The clock is ticking, not biological. I'm talking about match, tick, 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 tick. When is the date coming? You have and if it's past a week of talking, you're in the overtime. You're in Weirdoville. You're in hiding somethingville, right? So we know, everyone you're talking to, every woman out there, if you're talking to a guy, he knows the clock is ticking. So don't act like, I don't want to be a pen pal. He knows. He knows.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Okay, I'm going to read you some stats and we'll go through them. So just baseline, are you on dating apps? 42% of people said yes. Are you on the apps for love or to get laid? 77% said love.
Yeah, of course.
Then do you prefer meeting people on the apps or in the wild? 87% of people said I prefer to meet in the wild. Of course. It's interesting that 13% meant meeting on the apps.
Someone's got to again, this goes back to personality people versus no personality people.
Or the availability of people. Like some people they don't have accessibility to anybody. You know?
I think to me, that's more of an excuse than the reality. These people, the 87% are going, I am able to go out.
I want to go back. Like, are you on dating apps? 58% no. I mean, at least so this survey, I mean, maybe some people want to answer more because they're not, it's like a motivation for answering, but like, at least, I mean, the broad scope is like more people, it's almost 60-40 aren't on it. Almost 90% of people don't like it. And then do you enjoy using dating apps to date? 81% no, 19% yes. Like our stats were just kind of like, this is what we're just like, people don't.
Yeah, because but it's also the most accessible.
Yeah.
So it's the easiest thing to use, and it's also the worst thing to use.
So we got almost...
That's the same thing for anything that's easy to use. The hardest thing is to get someone to set you up. That's why it's the one you want the most.
That's the top tier.
And then you have in real life, second hardest. That's why people want it. That's why people want that. It's exciting. You don't have to looking something up and knowing exactly what's coming in front of you is boring. This is supposed to be romantic. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be spontaneous. None of that happens on a dating app. But you know what doesn't happen on a dating app? Getting turned down. Right? You never hear, I mean, in my one situation was insane, but you never hear someone swipe left on you, right?
Yeah. I mean, you have people unmatch you.
Yeah, but you have to look for that. You have to look for pain. The off status, just the regular status of dating apps is swipe right, match, feels good.
Yeah.
Or swipe right, nothing. I forget about it in 2 seconds.
I mean, I think there is definitely feelings of rejection, especially if you really are like, that looks like a person I'm into. You write a message, you take the time, you shoot your shot. It's like
way smaller.
It feels way less.
It feels better than somebody looking me in the face and saying,
it's
no,
not
thank you, I'm not interested, or I have a girlfriend.
Right,
you're also
hurts.
still a stranger. Yeah.
I mean, I was at the Spaniard. The Spaniard, I would consider like a 27-year-old embassy.
Totally.
It's just all young, late 20s place to go in the West Village. I'm sitting at the Spaniard. It's a circular bar. You've been there before, And then when you go from the one room to the next, you know what I'm talking about? You go into that doorway. There's a bar seat, a bench seat that's against the bar. And the bench seat, it's packed in the Spaniard, which it always is. I see that bench seat and I see it open up and I go sit down. I'm like, got a seat at the bar. Kind of like look at people, whatever, have my drink, sit with my phone, be amongst, as we talked about before. This woman comes up to me and she goes, and I'm like, oh, chick coming up to me. This is fucking great. She comes up to me and she goes, hey, are you going to be sitting there a while? And I go, well, I just sat down, but I can scooch. As I said the word scooch, she turns to her friend. She goes, he's not getting up.
Oh, no.
He's not leaving. Like, I'm literally about to invite them to sit with me to maybe talk to them. No, he's taking up the whole seat. He's big and fat. No. He's not going to, he wants to scooch.
No.
He might talk to us. No.
Tell him we don't speak English.
No, we don't speak English. Tell him we speak French. I don't know. He's trying to talk to me now. This happened 6 months ago. I am scarred. I am for life. I will never forget me going, I can scooch. Like, I'm trying to be sweet, polite. I can scooch my little tussie over to the side. And this woman literally turned to my face. No, he's not moving. The seat will not become free for us to meet better looking suitors. No! Right. And I don't say this to be sad or mean to myself. I'm saying this because no interaction on an app will match that.
You're right. No. It's true. It is true.
So we're choosing something a lesser evil.
It definitely hurts less. Yeah.
So let's admit to that.
Yes.
Because, and again, I'm a sociable person. We're on fucking podcasts talking shit. We can meet new people. We go on stage every night. We talk to thousands of people on stage.
Yeah.
All of us have the ability to go out and meet people. We don't need these apps. Mm-hmm. We're jocks.
Yeah.
Right? We're not a bunch of nerds. These were built for nerds that didn't have the ability to go up to people and say hello. And I'm saying, there are people like that, and I'm happy that they have this at their ability. But technology is trying to eradicate charm. Technology is trying, and I don't mean to sound like this conspiracy theorist, but I've thought about this a lot. Like, you know, the meta world, the Facebook fake world where you go into a fake office, that's made for people who don't like going out into the world.
I mean, it's so true. And this is like, I'm at like a top tier level of extrovert social person.
No,
I've never gone on a second date from an app. I don't like it. Rayna's not even on them. You know, it's like, I don't prefer it.
I want to meet people in real life, but you're like, when you got the crutch, it's hard to get off it because it's easier on the app. It's easier to not leave the house. Listen, and guys like to ascend. I don't believe in the chase. I believe in standards being chased. That's what gets a guy to make a move. Guys like to be excited about who they're meeting. Not, oh, don't text them back. Oh, if you want to go out, make a plan. Mm-hmm. That's different than not texting back. Hey, great talking to you. Make a plan and I'm down. Now they're chasing the standard that you just laid out. Say like, so I think, and men do get excited by, I want to make sure I can get them to go out. I want to make that plan. I want them to be getting off to my plan. That's like, you know, guys like getting women off. It's like finishing a video game. You got to the end of the level. That's why they ask, did you come?
Yeah.
You know, right? Did you come? They want to know. Did I beat the level?
Did I do a good job?
Level.
Right.
Yeah.
If you sprayed shit on our face, we'd love it.
Yeah.
But, you know, we were, did you come? So this is all part of it. It's like, it's a less social world to be social. It's a crutch. And I'm calling the people who invented them nerds, but it's being used by everybody.
Of course,
they're all using it.
I know that, but it's still at the end of the day, you can't deny that it was created so you can forgo meeting people in the wild.
Right.
You could, of course, do both. Well, I do both.
And people do bring up, Rayna, what you brought up is true. People bring up, well, I'm in a low populated area. It helps me get out, you know, but that's a very specific, like.
Well, I'm just not even that. I mean, I have sympathy for people that sit at a desk all day. They don't have a social job. Like, I could go to a comedy club any night, hang out, meet people.
Yeah, but you can go out with your friends. You know, when people
they can go to comedy clubs too.
Yeah, they can go to a comedy club. They can go out for happy hour. That is like, happy hour is the place to meet people. That's where you meet because that is, no one's there hammered. People are with their friends, with other people. Like people always ask for like, ooh, all my friends are married. Well, all your friends who are married have friends. Okay?
Yes, married people are amazing wing persons because they are not competing with you.
I've been telling
definitely bring your married friend out.
Right. Or have a friend luck. I have this thing called the friend luck where you have a party at this apartment. So, you know, this place, all of us bring a friend. Doesn't have to be single. Doesn't have to be, they can be forget relationship status. Just bring a friend because then everyone starts talking. They go, oh, I met this person at this party. You know, you know what? I was talking to this girl. She's so cool. I was talking to this guy. He actually said he just broke up. This is how you meet people. This is how you need momentum. Mm-hmm. And dating apps offer fake momentum.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to talk about, can I tell you why I got off? I want to talk about
Yeah, why'd you get off?
I felt a pattern of just too sexual too quick. And so this was just kind of funny. There was two things back to back that I was like, I'm out. But this was just like an interaction I wanted to read regardless.
Please.
All right.
Let me just say, if a guy mentions sex in the app, that's what he's looking for. You're never going to change that. So you go up. You never go down.
But
so
maybe
I want pictures. It's always going to go to nudes.
Okay.
I want you look hot in that bathing suit. Going to go up. You're never going to go down.
So the one after this that actually put me out was just like, he felt like he was starting to sext, and I was like, I'm not into this. But this was like a little more funny. So this guy, you feel when someone's like really into it, they're like responding right away. Like they probably want to meet up at that moment, whatever. This guy was very cute, tall, he had a dog. So anyway, we're chatting for a second and he said, "You seem like a lot of fun, ...
Over.
So I go
over. You seem like a lot of fun. ... You seem like we're gonna hook up.
So I go, why do I feel like I'm about to be propositioned for a threesome?
Perfect. Yeah.
And he said, ha, not at all. Has that ever happened?
Just a blowjob.
Has that ever? Yes, just a blowjob. He said, has that ever happened? And you've said yes. And I'm like, it happens occasionally. And no, I don't attend Hinge threesomes, LOL. And he goes, that makes two of us, but we should still hook up.
Right.
But we should still hook up. And I just don't respond because I'm like, you're a stranger. And here's the thing. What's happened the next time too? Guys feel that they went too far. Like they feel that you didn't respond and then they follow up. So he writes too direct. And I was like, not really my vibe with someone I've never seen in person, but hey, if that's why you're on here. But
if you're responding, you're still playing.
True. I'm also not against the hook. Like,
well, but he knows that. So, that's why he's still going.
So I go, no, this is just funny. So I'm like, it's not really my vibe. I don't like to shame somebody. It wasn't so egregious. It wasn't a dick pic. I'm like, I don't know you. So I don't know if I would hook up with you. That's kind of what I'm trying to get across.
Sure.
So he goes, it's not my vibe either.
Now he's alive.
I love how much this guy leans in, walks it back. It
gets so much better. So I showed to Rayna, and Rayna wrote this response. She's so good. She's on the apps, but she'll coach you through it. She goes, I don't know which personality to respond to here, Ben. So I write, I'm not really sure which personality to respond to here.
Okay.
7 texts in a row. Well, hit send. Why would you write well and hit send?
Well, he's letting you know he's there.
Well, I like the idea of it, but I wouldn't say that it's me or that I would like to do it too often or even do it often. I actually just came out of a long-term relationship. So
oh my God.
So I just stop.
Sure.
I'm done with this. You're on the rebound. You're just all over the place. You're erratic.
He didn't play it cool.
Yeah. So then the next day I just was like walking to the stand and I was just like, got this response in my head. Like I just thought it'd be funny. Now I'm just entertaining myself. So I just wrote, gotcha. Well, I'll hit you up if I'm in the market for some rebound sex.
Okay.
Unmatched.
Yeah.
Didn't you tell me you wanted rebound sex?
Right.
And now I'm saying I'll let you know and you unmatch?
You're trying to understand.
I'm entertaining myself, but the unmatch is so funny to me.
Oh, to me, he's not out of a relationship. Like he's still seeing someone. There's this thing with like guy who wants to fuck that he doesn't trust the person that would fuck him.
Yeah, that's what it was almost like
he's like, oh no, you want to do this? You must be fucking crazy.
He said I'm down to hook up, and she said something. Do you think she just like he was like, please don't have a funny personality?
I think one, he looked you up. And he felt, I think that. I mean,
there's really no way to find me. Like, there's no last name, what I do on Hinge.
You can find you. I think you can type Ashley.
And then what though?
There's no microphone.
Hinge
is
nothing.
Raya, all the things. My Instagram's on Raya.
Different.
No, I think, and then here's the thing I want to ask.
There is but there is a chance that he found out who you are and he feels he's being fought.
Or if he's like, wait a minute, now this is going to go on the internet. So then here's my question to you. Then the next thing that happened was this guy basically, he just felt too sexual with me. He was like, does that imply you'd rather show than tell? I was like, ew. So I just stopped responding and these guys feel it. They think then he was like, sorry, I hope I didn't make you uncomfortable. I didn't say anything. I just stopped responding. Hope I didn't make you uncomfortable. Not my intention. And I was like, I'm not uncomfortable. I just don't feel like sexting with a stranger. Like I just said that. Unmatch immediately. Like I feel like they're scared of getting like Me Too'd or something.
Oh no, I think the more scary thing is the West Elm Caleb thing where because story time.
Yep.
You're
right.
And you jump on a hashtag and you go, because everyone listens to a woman's story time.
You're so right. And listen, neither of these guys did anything egregious. I think that I kind of called him out and they back down because of this West Elm Caleb thing. They unmatched. They don't want this to end up on the internet. Just not West Elm Caleb, but our culture today. For me, those two situations back to back just made me be like, I'm not into this.
Also, not egregious to you is egregious to someone else. Like that's pretty gray. Like, and some people are like, I'm here to date and you have wasted my time. I got ahead of myself.
I don't need to be on this app. Like, that's what I was just like, I'm done here.
And what these guys are doing, they're going, I don't know them. Let me take a shot. And that's the other problem with dating apps is like no friend to be like, how'd it go with Ashley? Oh, well, I asked her if she does
100%.
threesomes. You know, like your friends would be like, you're a monster. What's wrong with you?
But I also brought up the
showed her my
threesome.
dick in a bar.
In his defense, I said threesome first.
You said threesome, but this guy.
He brought it up.
he's like,
Okay,
sound like
let me
a lot
ask,
of fun.
I have to ask you a question. So I'm equally as sensitive to this as she is. Like, I didn't open the door for this. I don't like that you're being so presumptuous. We're talking about, even if I tell you that I own a sex toy company, I don't really want you to start being incredibly sexual, even though that does sort of open the door. Sure. But what do you think the success rate is from guys? Because I don't like it and Ashley doesn't like it. I don't have any girlfriends that enjoy somebody being like, well, I don't like it. It's presumptuous.
Well, it's the same thing as asking, like, what's the success rate of like a cat caller? Like, to me, these are internet cat callers. Well, they're doing it with the hope. I don't think they're thinking in those terms. I don't think they're thinking of like 9 out of 10. This isn't cold calling.
But if 9 out of 10 girls don't like it and you're there to fuck, wouldn't you change the behavior? But
Ashley, you were still on the hook longer than I would have advised you to be on the hook.
I don't know. Really? I feel like it's like 5 sentences back and forth.
But no, but Ashley's saying, I'm going to have fun with this now.
Yeah.
He's not saying, oh, she's just having, she's still talking.
All right.
That's any answer is an answer.
But
that's why
the dump was crazy. The 7.
The dump, maybe he found someone else to go do that with. Maybe he didn't trust it. I think like whenever someone's like, I'm fooling around, like I'm like, you can fool around, you can have fun with this in whatever way you want. A lot of people don't have the ability. Mm-hmm. They think they do. They're gonna tough talk, but if this guy's on here to fuck with no other thoughts of anything else, and then he starts saying things like, takes you to drinks after having these conversations, you go, well, I kind of like him. It could have been more. I thought, how many people say, I thought it was going to be a one night stand, and then he kept texting me. And you go, yeah, he's not thinking of this deeper probably until he is. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying like just the nature of going along, it's a dog. You're still playing with the dog. Mm-hmm. He still thinks fetch is going to happen. It's not that deep for him. I understand the idea of like, and again, this can be fun if you can have fun with it. I just don't like when you went back to it. Yeah, he's still the same guy he was in the beginning.
And another reason why I shouldn't be on the apps if I'm just going to fuck around. And
right.
But these two things back to back, they took the time to unmatch. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, I made a joke. You said you're on the rebound and you wanted to fuck me. So I said, I'll let you know if I'm interested. Unmatch. Like the other guy just me being like, like it's interesting. And that's why I like wanted to run it by you. It's like it's either fuck this girl or I'm scared now. This is going to be on TikTok,
Sure.
So
and also if it happens quickly, then it's like you even said like he's looking for it to happen now. He's answering right away. Mm-hmm. So he goes, hey, what's up? Oh, you looking for something weird? And it's like, what kind of weird are you talking about? Yeah. Well, I'm out right now. Why don't you come have a drink with me? Like, well, I'm out right now is like a dangerous type of like I'm just saying these guys don't go down. Like he even tried to go down a little bit, but then it's back up.
So
it's always
and if
escalated.
this kind of goes without saying, but like while we're here, if your interactions start this way and you go out with those people anyway, you need to know what it is. Like, don't go into it that's going to be your boyfriend.
You're not going to make them different. They're telling you.
They told you who they were.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, like I'm not against like what you're saying as far as like it's not egregious, it's not crazy. They didn't send a dick pic. Like that's kind of like the land they're living in and of this like plausible deniability.
Sure. And if someone thought that was egregious, to me, I'm just like, it wasn't that I was so deeply offended. I'm just making it clear, but we have a few more questions for you. We had a question of why do men match with you and never talk? But that also goes into like, do you like when women message first? Like, are you down with it? Or do you like want to be the person that pursues?
I don't mind. It can go either way. That stuff to me is so small. Like if the conversation's good, the conversation's good. The men don't talk because they just want to see, some people are like, sometimes it just feels good to know if someone thinks you're attractive.
Yeah.
Like, you can't think of these, and it's hard to do this. You have to change your perspective. Like, do I like them? It can't be, do they like me?
Okay.
It really can't because you are what you is. You can't change that. Like, and especially these dating apps. The fact they're called dating apps is like almost too serious. They should be called meeting apps. Because people meet for different reasons. People want to meet people for different reasons. People want to meet people only on their phone. They want to be at the bar texting with someone forever.
I have another question, and it's loaded, but we can do it quickly. The dreaded opening line, what do you think the best things to say are?
Specific to their profile.
Okay.
Again, it's their art project. Make it all of us are narcissists. All of us put together a little piece. And again, what's better than specific?
Can you think of something specific that you liked recently, or like
it's been a while, but like
or hated?
But this is I don't.
Well,
like,
you actually say you don't like when people neg you, and I think that that's also like good feedback. If somebody starts negging me in an initial conversation, I'm done with it. Bye.
Respond to my prompts.
Yep.
Prompts are there for a reason. I wrote out an answer. Be positive. I think positivity is like such. If you went up to someone in a bar and was like, "That shirt."
Like, yeah, or we talk about people that are like, me, I'm this thing. You better be X. We hate it.
Well,
and I think
do it on your blog.
They're not all Hinge prompts, obviously, but another app, for example, like I'm on Raya. I'm still on Raya, and again, Rayna's so good at the app, so she's like last night she helped me message this guy. This guy hadn't messaged me. I was interested in terms of like where he lives, what he does, his age. Right. He's cute, so I was like, I'm just gonna, you get 10 days. I was like, I don't want it to disappear. I'm gonna shoot my shot. And you just don't have a lot of prompts on Raya. There's like maybe
Raya,
one sentence.
People talk very little.
Yeah, I know. I've noticed. But like he just had a picture. I'm just saying, like, I'm coming to realize this, but he had a picture of him like officiating a wedding. Okay. So Rayna was like, it's so nice to meet another ordained minister on here.
Love that.
Thank you.
Love it.
Rayna.
I have to tell you guys I've been on 2 dating app dates in my whole life. That's it. I didn't
think that's. But here's the thing. I think that's the power.
Last one was like 8 years ago.
But that's the power in your message. You're not tired of it. I think that's a lot of people get lazy.
That's true. Yeah.
So you go, ordained minister. Look at that. You're putting more thought into it. I think when you're on it for a while, you're like, I've been here. I've done it. I'm not even going to think about an opening line because these things never work out anyways. You are looking at going, ordained, fun. Look at that. That's more thought than people get annoyed putting that much thought into it.
But I just think this is like so fun. This actually is a stranger lives in your phone, so you can have as much fun with it as possible. It's not insulting. It's cute. It's light.
There's
silly.
a lot of people listening right now that are done with fun. This ain't fun anymore. And what you're saying is the way they should be. But you sound like fresh to the apps person.
You shouldn't do anything that doesn't seem fun. You should meet people wild if you want to.
But that's easy to say if you're just like not in the game of like, I want to find someone.
I'm just saying, I have friends that are like, I don't want to do this. I hate this. I'm not a place to do this. I have one person.
I think you should take a break.
That's what I mean. Then take a break and don't be on it.
If you hate this, you're giving the energy out there.
That's what I mean. Don't do it.
I was on a date once with this girl and she goes, I like to ask, how did you end up here? I don't like the question, why are you single? That's not a very nice question. We're both single, but it's like, what got you to this point, to this date? And she was like, you want the real story or the cute story? And I was like, oh my God. Like I felt like I was like, you want to hear the hard truth, motherfucker.
You're in like an interrogation room.
Right.
You can't handle the truth.
And in the beginning, I was like new to dating and I'm going, wow, that person's really fucking had it. And now I'm like, tell me, scratch my head now. Let me see if your fingernails are big enough for a back scratch. I got to know if you're good for me. I'm like, it takes like 2 months and you're like, you get to like, you're like, I could date someone in Hoboken. And then it's like, they better be on my street corner in 5 minutes or I'm not looking them in the fucking eye. You change so quickly. So it's like, I think everyone should have Rayna's exuberance for the process.
It's easy for me to say it. I don't do it. I met a guy last night in the wild. It's
best
easy
way
for
to
me
meet
to
someone in
judge
the wild.
Something I'm not doing.
I'm giving advice after saying to people that I had a woman go, I don't speak English. My best in the wild, go to a bar, have a martini, ask someone what they ordered for a drink. That's another art project. Everyone has their own drink. I got a whiskey sour, I got a Cosmo, I got an espresso martini. You go, what'd you order? And everyone likes talking about themselves.
Yes.
So, I've been doing martinis. I've been prancing around the West Village, just having martinis, talking to people, taking myself out. I think alone, having a drink alone in a bar. And what did you order? Sexy. I get a little dressed up.
They get to flex like they have some knowledge. Well, Jared, thank you so much for being here. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Always a blast. Always a pleasure. This is amazing. At Jared Freid, Instagram. That's where I put everything out. You Up Podcast, J-Train Podcast, The Luxury Lounge. You guys have all been guests. It's
all the podcasts.
Everywhere.
All the podcasts, The Board Lord. Emily, I'm sorry. There's a tinned fish story.
Emily loves the attention.
I'd love to hear about your bubby.
She loves the shout out.
At Jared Freid on Instagram. Right. That's where I am.
Okay. And you guys know where to find everything you need for Vibes Only at vibesonly.com. You can shop there. You can download the app, follow on Instagram and Twitter at Vibes Only, girlsgottaeatpodcast.com for everything related to Girls Gotta Eat, Girls Gotta Eat Podcast on Instagram, Ash Hess, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Rayna.Greenberg on Instagram, girls_gotta eat on Twitter. And we will see you in 2 weeks.
Have a good Labor Day, guys.
Yes.
See you soon.
Bye.